everyone, and welcome to today's Forced of Reading author visit. My name is Christine Julian Sullivan, and I'm a volunteer with the Ontario Library Association's Forced of Reading, Canada's largest recreational reading program. Each year, we have the incredible privilege of meeting a new group of talented authors, and this year is no different. The lineup is truly inspiring. We know that thousands of students will be tuning in to watch these sessions throughout the year, so whether you're joining us now or catching the recording later, we're so glad you're here. And a reminder that these sessions will be available until the end of June, June 30th. A little hard to imagine the end of the school year on this cold winter day, but hey, the end is near. Today's session will have two parts. First, our nominees will share their presentation, and then we'll open it up for questions so we can get to know them and their work a little better. A quick reminder that voting for all Forced of Reading Awards happen in April. Personally, I like to encourage everyone to vote on April 23rd. Why? Well, it's World Book Day, so can you think of a better occasion to cast your ballot than on an international celebration of books and reading? I can't. Our 2026 Forced of Reading Festival and Digital Awards celebrations take place May 12th through 14th. That's both at Harbourfront Cedar and online. You can find all the details at forestofreading.com. But let's get started. We're delighted to have with us today Kari Lynn Winters and Catherine Rondina, co-authors of Zoom In on Zombies, which is nominated for a Yellow Cedar Award. Dr. Kari Lynn Winters is an award-winning children's author, playwright, and full professor at Brock University. She's written 37 books and champions arts-based literacy through drama and the arts. Her co-written nonfiction book, Zoom In on Zombies, invites curious kids to explore real-world zombie nature facts. Gross, gripping, and totally true. Catherine Rondina was once a reluctant reader who was handed a copy of Charlotte's Web by her grade 4 teacher, and that's when she decided to become a writer herself. So she worked for magazines, newspapers, educational anthologies, honing and developing her research and writing skills. She then explored writing her own books, and they've won such prizes as the Hackmatack Award in Atlantic Canada and our very own Forced of Reading Silver Birch Award. In addition, she works at the Toronto Public Library developing literacy programs for young adults and children, but especially reluctant readers. Please join me in giving a warm Forced of Reading welcome to Kari Lynn Winters and Catherine Rondina.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
We're going to share our screen so we can start our presentation, Zoom In on Zombies, written by myself and Catherine Rondina. Next slide, please. Zombies are among us. I'm Dr. Kari Lynn Winters, and I'm excited to be here today. I am a professor at Brock University, and I am a children's author. And I'm one of the co-writers of Zoom In on Zombies. And over to you, Catherine.
Hi, I'm Catherine Rondina, and Kari Lynn and I are both so excited to be here today and very, very happy to have been nominated for the Forest of Reading. I am a Toronto Public Library employee, as the introduction said, spent many, many years with my passion towards kids reading and finding that perfect book for you to fall in love with. So we hope maybe our book will be one of the ones you fall in love with this year.
Thank you. Next slide, please. So here are some of the topics we'd like to touch on today. Zombies, they're fiction, right?
Maybe.
What makes something zombie-like?
Oh.
It's a decay kind of day.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the menu?
Yuck.
Survival of the fittest.
Ah.
And could you be a zombie? Next slide, please.
Question. Good question.
Over to you, Kathy.
Zombies. Well, that's our topic today, my friends. And they're fictional, right? That's the question Kari Lynn and I posed when we first came up with the concept for this book. These are some of the different chapters that you'll find in the book, but zombies among us. Could they actually be among us? Brains. Oh, it's the terrifying groan of the undead, those who have died but live on. Our love of zombies is almost as odd as the creatures themselves. How did we fall prey to this genre? Simple. We like to be scared. It lets us know how other humans escape and survive. Zombies, they seem to be everywhere, but of course, they're fictional.
Although, Kathy, there are some actually, like the real zombies among us. But what constitutes a zombie? Well, when we wrote this book, we wanted to look at different zombie traits in nature. So, real live nature ideas that kind of incorporate zombie traits. So, some of the zombie traits we wanted to look at were rotten to the core, gluttonous eaters, being zombified.
Mm.
Next slide, please. Twitchy movers, survivalists,
Mhm.
and lame brains. Ooh, this is going to be a fun presentation. Next slide, please. Now, most people say hands up, but in this case, you're going to put your hands out like a zombie when I talk about your favorite trait. Is your favorite trait about a zombie that it's a devourer, that it eats nonstop and it's always hungry?
Mhm.
If so, you should shout out, eat, eat, eat.
Yum, yum, yum.
Nice. Good job. Or is it that a zombie is brainwashed? It's zombified. It moves, but it's never in charge. If this is your favorite trait, you could shout out, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I can't take any responsibility. Now, maybe your favorite trait is that it's a dirty rotter. It gets
Mm.
moldy and rotten and gross. It never has to take a bath or a shower.
Oh,
If that's your favorite trait, maybe you could say, gross, gross, gross.
yuck.
Maybe your favorite trait is that it's brain dead. A brain dead doesn't know anything. It doesn't, it, it can move, but it's never, ever, ever thinking. It just has to do what it likes. And if that's your favorite trait, you could say, I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe your favorite trait about a zombie is that it's a twitching shambler.
They make great dancers.
I know. And you could say, dancing and dancing and dancing and. Or maybe, just maybe, your favorite trait is that it's a survivor.
Uh-huh.
Never say die. You can sing the song, I will survive.
Yes. As long as I got brains to eat, I'll know I'll stay alive.
Yay! So put your hands out for voting for your favorite. Number one, devour. Number two, brainwashed. Number three, dirty rotter. Ugh. Number four, brain dead. Oh. Number five, twitching shambler. Or number six, survivor. Next slide, please. Over to you, Kathy.
So Carrie Lynn mentioned this rotting idea, and it's probably something we all have come to mind right away when we think of zombies. When you see zombie movies or videos or you read a book about zombies, you think of all the kind of disgusting things that are rotting and these creatures that are attracted to this rotting. And we did a lot of kind of gross research while we were writing this book together about rotting and is all these horrible things that take place. And in my house and Carrie Lynn's, there were a lot of gross experiments going on during this book's um, coming to life. And we want to show you a little bit about that rotting side of things.
Next slide, please.
One of the things in my house, as I say, there's always some rotting going on. In fact, I've got a little tray here you might be able to see with some apples. And in our book, we tell a great story about a young little student who goes home at the end of the school year and leaves an apple in his backpack. Unbeknownst to his parents, under the bed it goes until September, and it comes out in the end, starting on as a nice juicy apple, mom or dad
Yum.
threw in his bag, to this rotting
Ew,
to
what is
the
happening?
core, which is exactly our slide here. You see a nice juicy, yummy Canadian apple fresh off the tree. And look at what happens to it just a few months later. And of course, in this experiment, we know it's all about what happens. And I've tried different things like apple slices, how quickly they start to rot. So they're always sitting around my house whenever Carrie and Lynn and I are getting ready to experiment. I cut the skin off to see how long that takes. I nuke an apple to see how that's look. Sometimes I just poke an apple, and you'll see apples in the store when you're out grocery shopping with mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, and you see people pick up things like apples and look at them. They're looking for that rotting to have already started because who wants to buy a rotting apple? So yeah,
Ew.
rotten to the core.
It's a 1 to 3 months, Kathy, before it becomes really gross, collapsed, leaky piles of ick. So
Exactly.
1 to 3 months is the answer. Next slide, please.
Oh, another rotting surprise we found. This has to do with, as you can see there in its cellophane wrapper, a favorite treat across North America, Twinkies. Twinkies have been around forever, and my friends, they're going to be around for a lot longer too. So again, Carrie Lynn and I did these cool experiments. You'll find this one in the book too. How long would it take for a Twinkie to shrivel, fuzz up, and become a revolting pile of ick? Well, I again did some samples. I take these with me when I'm touring schools across Ontario. I've got one that I've kept in the wrapper for over a year now. Looks exactly the same as the day I put
Ew.
it in its container. Sample number 2, I put a little water in it and froze it and then unfreeze it and froze it and unfreeze it and froze it. It's a sticky, green, gooey mess. Then I took one out of the wrapper, again, more than a year ago. It's hard as a rock, but it's still
Ew.
intact. Oh, so those were some of the funny things we did to kind of prove this. And that whole idea of the rotting process and what takes place in nature to bring this upon creatures and snacks and fresh fruit and all the things that decompose because of the science behind them.
Kathy, guess what NPR says? A
What?
Twinkie takes 8 years to rot.
I am not surprised. I'm not
8 years.
surprised.
Okay, next slide, please. What's on the menu? As we know, zombies are gluttonous eaters with insatiable appetites. Can we go to the next slide, please? Just a little look into our writing process. In Zoom In on Zombies, we have some really fun subtitles.
Mhm.
You can see them up here.
We
So
had
we
so much
wanted,
fun making these up, right, Carrie Lynn?
yes, we did. We loved using different puns and thinking about the content in different ways. And one of the things we thought we would do for you is another vote. So put your arms out like a zombie if you prefer this subtitle. Let's see which subtitle you prefer. Number one, feeding frenzy. Number two, second helpings. Number three, gluttonous eaters. Number four, I'm still hungry. Or number five, who's eating whom? What is your vote? Oh, next slide, please. Well, one of the things we wanted to look at was who eats the most. And we took some of our favorite animals and we thought about what they eat. And you know, we did over 2 years of research to try to find for you who is a gluttonous eater. So, who do you think eats the most? Put on your fingers one if you think it's a giraffe. Put on your fingers two if you think it's a rhino. Put on your fingers three if you think it's a grizzly bear. Or put on your fingers four if you think it's a water buffalo.
I like his tongue there.
Yeah. Isn't that funny? Next slide, please. If you guessed, if you guessed rhino, then you are right. Number two, a
Ew.
rhino. Let me just tell you, rhinos are known to eat up to 32 different species of plants daily. These large mammals ingest 68 kilograms or 150 pounds. That's like a full person, Kathy. That's a lot of vegetation.
I would I wouldn't wanna be around when they burp.
Of grass, shrubs, trees, and roots to satisfy their appetite. In second place, we have the grizzly bear. The grizzly bear may devour 40 to 50 kilograms or 80 to 90 pounds of food, such as grasses, roots, insects, fish, and even human garbage. Ew. And then we have the giraffe beating the water buffalo. The giraffe also eats a lot, 32 kilograms or 74 pounds of their preferred meal leaves each day. And finally, water buffaloes gobble down 10 kilograms or 24 pounds of grass, weeds, and woody plants every single day.
I
Next
would
slide,
hate
please.
I'd hate to see that grocery bill.
Ew. Lots of food, lots of food, lots of gluttonous eaters. Next slide, please. Now, here are some other zombies with insatiable appetites. Now, you might look at this little, on the left hand side, this little tick. It's an American dog tick, and it can eat 100 times its weight. You can see how little it is when it's unfed, and then how big it gets after 8 days of continuous eating. Ew.
Incredible.
It will balloon. That's like us ballooning to the size of an elephant.
Yeah.
That's a lot of eating. Now, ladybugs also have a voracious appetite, and they like to eat these small little insects called aphids, and they can eat 50 of them. Look how big they are, Kathy, and then ladybug's only this small.
I know.
Where does it go? And finally, well, one of our biggest eaters, the most gluttonous eaters on our planet. Well, I guess because it is a very big animal. It's a large, large animal. It is the blue whale.
Mhm.
And oh, yes, this zombie has an insatiable appetite and it can eat over 40 million krill and crustaceans a day. 40 million. That's a lot. Okay,
That's a lot of krill.
next slide, please. Ooh, Kathy, survival of the fittest.
I know this was such a fun part of the book where we looked at who would survive, kind of who's the fittest of the fit. And it's really fun to take a look at our friends in the deep, dark waters of the oceans. Here's someone we always think of as being the tough guy, the great white shark.
He has
Oh,
lots of teeth.
lots
Yes.
of teeth to chomp with. And then we've got the orca whale, beautiful black and white creature. Who do you think would win in a competition between these two?
Well, I think I'm a little more afraid of sharks because they seem to be more fish like. So I'm going to say the great white shark would win.
I know, I would have thought so too, Carrie Lynn, but it's actually the orca whale.
Is it really?
It is, my
Whoa.
friend. Yep. I've got another one. Here's an animal we did see in our previous slides too. The rhinoceros. Look at that horn. I don't know if I'd want to say, hey, want to take me on? Well,
No,
a hippopotamus might say, I'll take you on. What do you think, friends? Who would win in a battle between a rhinoceros and a hippopotamus? Carrie
I
Lynn?
think I think a rhino would win because it has that sharp horn.
I know, that's what I thought too, because look at that. As I say, that looks like a prehistoric creature almost, doesn't it? Like from the dinosaur times. Nope. Here's our winner right here. Hippos can be hippos can be nasty, nasty, nasty. And they don't mind a good fight. Let's do one more, Carrie Lynn. Somebody a little bit more in our neighborhood, so to speak. How about this fellow we often see,
Cute.
cute little raccoon, the little bandits of the garbage, as we call
Okay.
them. Let's put the raccoon up against a stinky little friend of ours, the skunk. Who do you think
Oh,
in a battle between the raccoon and a skunk who would, of course, let off a horrible scent when it feels fear or danger? Who do you think, Carrie Lynn?
I think the raccoon would win. It looks a little tougher.
You got it, my friend. These guys are fighters. Very
What a
good.
survivalist. Okay, next slide, please. So we want to know, could you be a zombie?
Oh,
Thanks for coming with and hanging out with us today. We've had a great time. Hey, Kat?
we sure have. We're so glad that you're part of the Forest of Reading, and we're excited for you to read all the books. And we can't wait to be at the celebrations when the festival begins.
Next slide, please. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
That was so much fun. I hope you have time for a few questions. Can we hit you with a few questions this afternoon?
Yes.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
Congratulations, first of all, on your nomination. We're so excited for you. And you clearly have had so much fun exploring this book, researching, writing this book together. Congratulations.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Tell us what motivated you to write about zombies at this time.
You go ahead, Kathy. You tell.
Well, we've got, it's been a really fun process for us because Carrie Lynn and I have been working on a few books, and we started all of this during the COVID lockdown because we had always wanted to work on some projects together. We loved each other's work, and we thought we should do something together. And then when the lockdown happened, we're like, let's write a book. So Carrie Lynn had been involved in a wonderful series, and she said, you know what, I'm looking at zombies. And I'm like, zombies, I love zombies. And we thought, let's have a look at what they do in nature. These characteristics of all of these movies and books and stories
Mhm.
for decades and decades and decades. And it's actually happening around us every day.
I love it. It's such a fun topic. I know zombies are everywhere in pop culture, from, The Last of Us to Resident Evil. I know I've been guilty of spending many a car ride playing Plants vs. Zombies on my phone. I know we've all done it. Do you have a favorite zombie movie or game?
Um, Carrie Lynn, I'll
I,
jump in. I have to say, Christine, when you're talking about favorites in the car, I mean, when Thriller comes on,
Yes.
that's it for me. Michael Jackson and Thriller, I just love it. It's so much fun. My daughter, when she was skating, they actually did a skating performance to it. I just love it. But my
Love
favorite
it.
zombie thing of all time was The Walking Dead.
Right.
Love that series and that graphic novel.
So popular. Carrie Lynn?
I mean, I think that Kathy took mine a lot. And whenever I hear it, I start doing
Yes.
crazy movements, you know? So, yeah, Thriller.
I
Here
think
it is. That orb. This is my favorite move.
the hands. Yes, absolutely. I love it. And no pun intended, but Thriller is immortal. Like we're probably in the same age range. I think we grew up, attending sleepovers and doing our own choreography or trying to learn the choreography to Thriller, and it lives on today. So, I mean, there's something about it, right? It truly is immortal itself. I
For sure.
learned things in this wonderful book, and I love that it's chock full of activities and facts. Like I started reading it, as I hope our readers have already read it, so I'm not spoiling anything, but I started reading it and it was about zombies and pop culture, but then you made it about zombies in real life and whatnot. There's so much to take away from this book, so many wonderful activities. I didn't know there was a World Zombie Day. So how would you celebrate World Zombie Day yourselves?
Well, I think, Carrie Lynn and I always post on that day as soon as we discovered it too. And of course, Carrie Lynn had some fun t-shirts made up for us that we've worn a few times. So on Zombie Day, I always like to keep an eye out though for those around me because I know there are some zombies out there. And of course they come out on World Zombie Day.
Zombies Among Us. How about you, Carolyn? How do you celebrate?
Oh, I like to put the makeup on and
No
school
way.
people.
That's
I've been
amazing.
known to do that.
I love
Yes.
it.
I was a makeup artist in the past, so putting on makeup is always fun and walking into a classroom with makeup on. Ah.
Fantastic. Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall that day. A woman of many talents. I love it. That's fantastic. I've heard there are fun runs out there. Like there's mud runs and paint runs, but I've heard there's a fun run out there where you can choose to either be the potential victim or a zombie chasing those victims. You can choose your role in that fun run. I feel like this is something that should be taking place on World Zombie Day on October 8th. That would be so
Exactly.
much fun.
Because it's such a great, as we say right in the beginning of the book, even though this is scary stuff, a lot of
Yeah.
it, or very gross, everybody likes to be scared. It
Right.
makes us, it gives us sort of like that little burst of, whoa, what's going on around me in the world? So yeah,
Right.
it is. It's very fun and it should be celebrated, right?
I love it. Makes you feel alive again. No pun
Mhm.
intended.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
So much fun. Have you guys collaborated before? This is your first collaboration.
This is our first, but
Oh,
we've got a few things up our sleeves.
I
So
was going to say, will there be further collaborations? Yes. Oh,
most definitely.
that sleeve is empty though. I don't know. Oh, I love this.
Oh, I
That's
know. There's a
wonderful.
lot up my sleeve.
There's something up there. Oh, ladies, thank you so much. That was such a fun presentation. The book is fantastic. I couldn't put it down, and I hope that our readers who haven't yet read it will enjoy it as much as I did. And congratulations again on being nominated for the Yellow Cedar Award, which brings us to our final and ultimate question. How does it feel to be nominated for a Forster Reading Award this year among Canada's best and brightest, most wonderful creators, whether authors, illustrators, or both? How does it feel for you two to be nominated?
Well, it is in
Genuinely.
yeah,
Yeah. Go
just
ahead, Kathy.
such an honor and just we were so delighted when we found out we were actually working on another book and we saw an email come through and Carrie Lynn said, "Did you just see that email?" And I said, "No." And then I saw it and we both started shrieking. We're nominated for the Forest of Reading.
Love it.
Yes.
That's
I'm just,
fantastic.
I'm just so grateful. It's a lot of fun to write books, but honestly, the real reason why I write is for kids to be with kids, to entertain kids, to teach kids, just
Mhm.
like fun. That's the fun part is the kids. The child reader is the whole reason why we do it. And I think the forest really like encapsulates that. It's about the kids. And
I
so
do.
keep
Fantastic,
going, readers. You
right?
guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Reading is everything, and that's why we're all here today. Well, thank you, Carrie, Lynn, and Catherine, for sharing your zombie facts with us today. And your enthusiasm for the topic is contagious. What
Yeah.
an incredible opportunity for our Forest of Reading participants across the country to connect with you both. Friends, don't forget to visit forestofreading.com to see the full lineup of upcoming author, illustrator sessions, activities, everything you'll need for this year's Forest of Reading program. We're so excited for you guys to take part in this program. We hope you enjoy it every step of the way. So keep reading, keep learning, and we can't wait to see you at the next visit. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.